Hello everybody, it is me, MisterVince, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. And in this video, I'm going to answer a simple question. Is Jailbreak's May 2022 update really good or really bad? Now before I get to anyone guys, if you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe as well, and feel free to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. And thank you guys for the incredible support recently. I do appreciate all of you, even if you haven't subscribed or liked the video. Now before I actually continue on, I do want to remind you guys that this is just my opinion, so please do not assume all of this is true just because I gave out my own opinion. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. So I will be reading Bedimo's announcements they have made over on Twitter. So the first announcement they have made regarding the update was the introduction of a new vehicle called the private airplane. Now, private airplanes have released already because the May update has released, as you all know. And basically, if you wanted to take a trip on a private airplane, you had to go to either airport in the Jailbreak map, and you have to pay for a ticket just to take a trip on a private airplane. This is very beneficial for those who have issues with other players. So if there's a cop nearby and they're trying to arrest you, you can take a trip on a private airplane and you can escape from getting arrested. So while that may be beneficial, it is kind of costly. So you do need to spend some money on a private airplane ticket. So that is the private airplane, and basically when you take a trip on the private airplane, you could either go from that airport to that one over there, or you can go from that airport to that airport over there. So basically you can get inside of a private airplane and you go to another airport. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. But let's go ahead and talk about the second feature that was released in the update, and that is a new bank revamp. Now I have to be honest with you guys, the bank revamp is amazing, and I just think it's by far my favorite version of the bank. Alongside a new bank floor, this has to be my favorite version of the bank, because it's much larger, it has more details, and the new bank floor is outstanding. Even if I haven't tried it out yet, I think it is the best version of the bank. I just love the actual design of it. I'm being completely honest with you guys. And to make things better, the ATM machine now requires you to press E instead of just touching it. I think that is amazing as well. But there's also one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the randomization of the bank floors. As of the May update, every bank floor is no longer randomized. It will now go in order. So it will start off with the newest bank floor in new servers, and it will make its way all the way to the first ever bank floor introduced to Jailbreak, which is Classic Remastered, for those wondering. So yeah guys, that is the bank revamp. I just think it's outstanding, and I'm glad the developers have changed the bank in the update itself. And I guess it makes sense. I mean, after all, the bank felt pretty old, so I'm glad they did something about the bank. But let's go ahead and move on to the third feature added in the update, and those were combat changes. So the combat changes made to the update were pretty decent. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think these are my least favorite features about the update itself. Now, we do have hit indicators, and they are pretty helpful for those who need to know where they were being shot from. But let's go ahead and move on to the second change made to the combat system, and those are wallbang shots. Wallbang shots are being nerfed next update, and that's it. Nothing has changed for the wallbang shots, and I think that is good, but bad at the same time. But I think it's really good for them to nerf them in the first place, because after all, you're hiding behind something, and you shouldn't take full damage, am I right? So before, if you used a pistol behind a wall, you could deal 15 damage, but now I believe it's about 7 damage. So it may not be great after the update, but it's still pretty decent if you ask me. So the third change that was made to the combat system were blinking player markers. Now again, I'm not a big fan of this, so when you do shoot, it will show blinking player markers, so you can determine where someone's at. But with that being said, I am not a big fan of these combat changes, but let's go ahead and move on to the last thing that was introduced in the update, and those were some changes to Crater City. As of the May update, 3 buildings were introduced: the 1M store, the weapons store, and the new garage. Let's start with the 1M store. So the 1M store has replaced the 1M dealership, so the 1M dealership is gone forever. And instead, it's just the 1M store. Now, the 1M store looks much better than it did before because the 1M dealership was pretty bland and didn't really look as great. But the 1M store looks much better, honestly. Alongside, we have also received a weapons store, so that means you can get weapons in Crater City. Prior to the update, you couldn't get anything, but now you can get weapons from Crater City, so that's awesome. The third building that is being introduced in the update is a new garage building. So that means you'll be able to spawn your vehicles near the shore of Crater City. So that is amazing for those who do not have Premium Garage and are lost in the Jailbreak map. Prior to the update, you had to literally go to the town just to spawn any vehicle you need to spawn. But now you can just go to Crater City to spawn any vehicle you want, except for a couple because those vehicles are unique. I'm going to be honest with you guys, the May update is actually really good, but it isn't the best in my opinion. So I would say it's about a solid 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it isn't that good either. So yeah guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe as well, and feel free to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. But as always, my name is MisterVince. I hope you all have an amazing day today, and please feel free to check out the May 2022 update at least one time, because the update may be pretty good for some of you. And I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video.